Gemini, I hope you guys are great. I've been away from the channel for a little bit. As a lot of you know, I've been having some neck and stuff pain. I've still got to have surgery that got postponed for some reasons, but my inflammation is down right now and I want to do a reading for you. So let's get into it. And also for you guys, just so you know, I feel like readings kind of need to be timeless. You can say March or May or April or whatever, but I don't know, it feels like timeless energy. So I'm just going to go with timeless, okay? And also considering how my body's been feeling and the infrequency and how I've been posting, uploading, I'm going to say timeless. So whenever you hear this, I hope it's helpful for you. Show me energy, please, in regard to Gemini, the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Gemini, please. So you have the Death card in reverse coming out, Gemini, Scorpio energy. And pull some more cards before we get into it. Show me more for Gemini. The Page of Wands. You have the Ten of Cups here. Two of Wands in reverse. Empress in reverse. And the Page of Cups in reverse. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It's a lot of energy, so you may be dealing with a water sign, Scorpio, very heavily presented in this reading so far. It almost feels like with the Death card in reverse, we have somebody that might be... God, I hate these types of readings where it's like that yin-yang energy where somebody wants to come back and somebody wants to rectify something and all of these things, because that whole trope is just so played out. But I have to say what I see. It feels like you guys are going to be getting communication from somebody that may have your heart still, and it feels like you may also be like kind of in this ambivalent energy of like to move on or to not move on. It's like I feel that both parties here are feeling a very strong pull towards each other. But the problem that I'm noticing here, Gemini, is that either you or this person, somebody, and this, I don't like this placement here just because this is kind of like moving forward towards the future energy. And it doesn't sit well with me because this is the energy of somebody who is neglected, somebody who, you know, they may feel a very heavy bond with somebody, but in the outcome, it's almost as if like somebody is either remaining neglected or mistreated, or somebody doesn't see the value in the other person. And I don't like that here because it comes with the Page of Cups in reverse as well. There's emotional damage that can happen there. There's a lot of problematic energy that can happen here with that, you know. But with the Death card in reverse, it's almost as if we're having a hard time letting go, and then we have this type of communication that highlights and maybe reignites some sort of like feeling of passion, of connection here. This could also be with a family member. It doesn't just have to be with a friend, okay? I will say that, you know, but generally the King of Cups can communicate an energy of somebody who loves you or somebody who has deep feelings for you. Sometimes they don't express their feelings like they would like to or like you would like them to, but they're there nonetheless. What's under him? The Four of Swords. So somebody that's kind of been kept quiet, or they've kept themselves quiet. But I feel like they're holding on to the connection here, and I feel like either you or this person are having this kind of stuck energy, and that's also another energy that I don't like for people, just because I'm not a tarot reader to try to... As a tarot reader, my job that I see is to try to keep people in like this holding cell almost, or like these holding patterns of like, yes, they're coming back, you know, or they still love you, or, you know, it's like if somebody fucking loves you, they love you, they're going to express it, they show it, they show up, they do the work, you know. And if you fucking love somebody, do that for them, you know. If this person in your life hasn't been around for years or whatever, this isn't the reading for you. But what I'm feeling here is like this kind of, I don't know, re-engaged energy. It's like re-engaging in the energy. It doesn't mean that it has to move forward in, you know, finality, but there's like some sort of aspect here of re-engaging. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some clarifiers here. Okay, I'm being told to use a completely different deck. I don't use this deck really ever, unless it's like Halloween, but I'm being told to use this deck for Gemini. Show me death in reverse for Gemini, please. Come on. So you have the Nine of Swords coming out here. So, Gemini, this person who is either coming back or having difficulty, and if they're not coming back, there's a lot of thought to this, but here we have communication, which makes me feel like we're coming back, or we want to set a new path, set a new course, create some sort of newfound energy in a connection. With the Nine of Swords, though, here, this person has been very in their head about this. They've been very concerned and worried. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Magician here, okay? So again, an element and energy of trying to manifest something, to create something, to make something happen. It almost feels like a situation where somebody either like has hidden feelings, or they may have like separated from you and their feelings were not ever disclosed, but they had them nonetheless, and then time went on, you know the old story. That's kind of what it feels like, though. And now this person is either concerned because time has taken its toll, time has been a while, whatever it is, but it feels like they're wanting to return because there's something here that isn't quite done yet. There's something that may have been dead and buried for a bit, and now it's like trying to resurrect it here. It just feels like this person is very concerned about how they move forward here. Okay, so let's talk about this communication. Show me the Page of Wands for Gemini, please. Okay, you get two cards coming out here. So first card is the Queen of Cups in reverse. So we have a partnership, King and Queen of Cups. She's in reverse. So this energy is one of emotional distress. Okay, I'm kind of picking up that and that from the Empress and the Queen of Cups in reverse. It's emotional distress. It can also be somebody that is very, very sad due to a situation. Thinking about communication or having communication is very, very difficult for this person to process. The other thing about the Queen of Cups in reverse can also talk about somebody who is who can be emotionally manipulative, okay? And so that's also something that we want to be mindful of. Now, if you're hurting from somebody and they try to communicate with you, introducing a sense of emotional manipulation into that situation is not going to bode well for anybody, Either way, check yourself. Here we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords in reverse. This is letting go a lot of the patterns, the issues, the situations that came across in this experience with this person from a previous time. I feel this is something that happened a bit ago. I don't know what everybody's different. Bottom of the deck, you have the Fool here. So again, highlighting a new beginning. And I feel like somebody is very much watching themselves and how they react to something, because it's either they consider entering or re-entering into something foolish, or it could be foolish. That's at the underneath. We have the Fool, and then we have the Sun. Hi, baby. So awareness, bringing forth information that highlights and opens things up. It's kind of clearing the air. I feel here, though, Gemini, that it's like this person wants to talk about their feelings and emotions that were not expressed in the past. And I feel that that's also hard for you, or it could be you doing that to somebody. And it's hard for whomever is on the receiving end to experience this, because it almost feels like it reopens something that somebody's taken a while to be able to put to sleep, to rest it, to put it to rest. And now it's like it's being reopened, like the bandage is being pulled off. Show me the Ten of Cups. So you have Temperance in reverse here. So whatever happened in the past, and it could be still remaining in this present energy, whatever harmony, connection, depth of emotion was shared in the past, it was offset by either mistreatment, somebody not connecting to the person properly, somebody being out of control with their emotions. This could also talk about drinking, with the Queen of Cups here and Temperance in reverse. It's like this could be substance abuse, food abuse, addictions, that kind of stuff. It can talk a lot about just things being very out of balance when there should have been more of a connection of harmony. And I think that that's frustrating because it's like, it almost seems like something that you couldn't fix on your own. You needed the other person to help you with that, to make that solidify, and it fell apart. Give me one more for the Temperance in reverse with the... So you have the Knight of Wands and the World coming through here. So if this was energy of somebody that didn't value the relationship or the connection, this may have been somebody that didn't see it for what it was. There was the potential, or there was a long-standing relationship. Again, could be friendships, relationships within family, or it could be a love relationship. But you see this Knight of Wands? He's on a flea. What do fleas do? They jump from body to body. They suck what they can, okay? Yeah, and they leave a mark. So there's like a scarring that happens with that. It's emotionally abusive to a degree because, you know, it's like we have somebody who sees and feels things, and maybe the other partner did too, but they don't address it. They ignore it, which causes an ending here. The World is happening here, and it's paired with the Moon. So things that are not brought into the light, things that are not spoken of, things that are not said, it's just an ending. Which generally can lead you to new things, but it feels like you've kind of harbored some stuff with the Empress in reverse here. It's like this energy is still being held up here. If this isn't your reading, it's not your reading, but whomever I'm feeling, they've been very neglected and they've had a hard time moving on. But it's like, I feel like you're at the point where you have moved on to a degree, and then this energy kind of comes in again and unstabilizes you, destabilizes you. Show me the Two of Wands in reverse here for Gemini, please. So you have the Two of Cups coming out, and you also have the Three of Wands. So again, frustration energy, you know, it's like we have this relationship that we very much felt deeply for in the past. And I feel the frustrating part about it is, Gemini, I still feel that there's love here, and I feel that there's love from both parties. As you go from the Two of Wands in reverse to the Three of Wands upright, it's almost as if like you're still holding on to it. You're still waiting for it to happen. You're still wanting something here to happen. And like, that's frustrating to me, just because I feel like you were kind of at a better space moving forward. Again, I don't like these in reverse here. It's like holding on to hope. But if you look at this, though, too, it's like the Three of Wands, it definitely talks about, you know, waiting for things, your ships coming in, possibilities happening, patience in regard to the things that you want in your life. But then it's like, you know, blown on by the Moon. So what is the Moon? The Moon is secrecy. The Moon is things happening out of your control, things that you can't see, secrets, energy that's not being presented to you. And it's funny, I'm going to shuffle and get the Empress here, but there's the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Show me the Empress, please. So you have the Three of Swords here. So yeah, neglect, emotional distress. This is somebody that's had a very hard time letting go. The Three of Pentacles, this could be third-party situation energy with that Knight of Wands. It's just somebody who's kind of carefree but doesn't recognize the connection when they have it in their hands. And then they have the Ace of Cups, and at the bottom of the deck you have the Ace of Swords. So it's like communicating love, communicating the desire to want to reconnect here. But I feel that there's kind of a necessity for damage control, especially on an emotional level. Okay, the Empress is somebody that is pretty neglected. They're very, their worth isn't seen. The person that they, you know, that they see the world in does not reciprocate that. And so it's like it can affect all areas in their life. It can cause a lot of distress. You know, it's almost like being toyed with. I don't want to like say narcissist, but it's kind of like that very selfish energy where people use people and they don't really give a shit, you know. This person is very distressed here. And I feel like the Ace of Cups, I'm going to pull another card for this, but I'm kind of like, is this to heal the situation? Is this to call upon, you know, what we've been through so we can look at it in totality and make our decisions from there? Is this to reignite? So before I go into the Page of Cups, let me go ahead and get this Ace of Cups. Show me the Ace of Cups here for Gemini with the Empress in reverse. So you have the Fool and the Five of Cups. Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here, Gemini. So this is a lot of regret, a lot of sadness. I feel that it awakens a lot of that for you or whomever this is. You know, the Empress Taurus energy. But either way, there's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of like holding on to past energy that's just regretful. It kind of opens the wound again. And with the Fool, it's offering a new beginning, you know. But do you want it? Like, that's the thing. It's like, do you want that? Do you want that? And I feel like you have that opportunity here. Kind of frustrating. Page of Cups in reverse, please. Okay, so for the Page of Cups in reverse, you have the Three of Cups in reverse. And you have the Seven of Cups in reverse. And you have the Four of Swords upright here, okay? The Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck for that energy. So, again, King of Cups, Page of Pentacles is kind of underlying energy. So this can, again, be somebody who has love for you or you to somebody else, offering a new opportunity, offering the opportunity to communicate, to sort through things, to alleviate some tensions. But in a way, what I'm going to suggest here is that you be very mindful of how this ended in the past. Be very mindful of the growth that you've experienced from this moving forward. The Three of Cups in reverse, it's really kind of harsh energy. It's people that we care about very deeply, that feel like we're on the same page with, that feel like they're, you know, of the same cloth, the kind of like the same, you know, energy, friends, lovers, whatever. But then like in reverse, it's downturned. It's not reciprocated. It's not tended to in the best ways. It's disregarded, you know, and it can also talk again about third-party situations. You have pretty much almost all the threes here, you know. Three of Wands, Three of Swords, Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Yeah. You know, you have all of the threes here. So it smacks of people being kind of included in your situation where that may not have been what you wanted. With the Seven of Cups in reverse, it almost feels like you've gotten out of this energy, which is good. Like remembering the past, remember how it ended, remember the type of separation, remember the way that the person ended it, or just ghosted you, or just whatever you know, there's an importance here in regard to how things ended, because that really can tell you a lot about the energy of the person, the way that they do things, you know. And I feel like if you're going by what they say, of course they're going to say good things, but also, Gemini, it's like, can you trust it? And I feel here with the Seven of Cups in reverse, you've done a lot of work to really get yourself out of this, and it's been painful, but you've gotten yourself out of it. You know, I feel with the Three of Swords upright, you're willing to talk about things, but the swords are still there, and they're very strongly placed. And it moves to this Four of Swords here. So it's like after this type of ripping the bandage off or something, recommunication, you also have to take time to heal again. And you know what? Sometimes if you are able to garner closure out of a situation like this, sometimes ripping the bandage off is good, because then you actually get some closure from another person, and so be it, you know. But as far as like moving this along, trying to make something happen, you know, I don't know. I wouldn't. I want to check out some of this energy here. Show me the King of Cups here for Gemini. So you have karmic partner here. Difficult soulmate, reactivity generates karma. It's in reverse. you know, and then here at the bottom of the deck, you have rumination. So this person is thinking a lot about this situation. Karmic partners are here to open us up. They're here to break us apart first, and they're here to kind of create a lot of wounding for us. But in the long run, it's good for us because it focuses us on ourselves. It makes us really hone in on our value, our worth, our self-awareness. It's really important that we have people like this in our lives because they break our hearts, and then they break our hearts some more, and then we break ourselves open. It's like the unveiling. And it usually comes through people like this, which can be very difficult because our hearts and our emotions get connected, but in turn, they're there for us to create this type of drastic change that we need. This is flying out: irresponsible, unreliable, reckless, and careless. This is the energy that I'm picking up from the person, the way that they were or what they presented to you in the past. It's not something that feels like it needs to be re-engaged, you know, especially with karmic partner. Those are energies that are supposed to be fleeting. They're not lasting energies. The heart and the emotions get locked in. I feel like, Gemini, you gave this person your all, or like you gave them a lot of your energy and you really treated them well, coming from the Empress, because it feels like this was upright in the past. And that can be a very unique energy and to experience for somebody who's kind of like flitting along like this, you know, Knight of Wands on a flea. Like either they didn't expect that type of energy to come across, that type of energy or relationship. Maybe it blew them away. Maybe it scared them, you know, maybe it was too serious for them. But I feel like after time went by, this person, it's kind of like what you no longer have is now important to you. It's that kind of energy. And that's what's frustrating here, because that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to re-engage in it to appease this person. It feels like it's this person that is, you know, I don't feel like they're trying to like hurt you. I just feel like they're kind of at a certain point in their life now where it's like they can see the forest from the trees. They can see the value in you. They can see what you provided them. They can see how you treated them. And there's a very vast difference. They may have guilt. They may have remorse here, but, you know, show me the Page of Cups in reverse here for Gemini. You have spiritual connection coming out in reverse, a higher level of love. This is in reverse here, you guys. So, and then at the bottom of the deck for that, you have avoidance, running away. So this might actually be the best thing to do, is to let go of it, you know. I mean, not running away, but letting go. This also may communicate the energy that they had in the previous experience with them. I feel like this person did not recognize the type of connection that they had with you, and they squandered that. Either they ghosted, they were not reliable here, Gemini, and it feels like you paid the price. But in addition, even maybe you paid the price, in addition, you also were able to expand and heal to a degree. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at right now. And I want you to remember that you are a viable human. You are very, very important. You are special. You are deserving of true love and generosity and genuine connection. You know, I feel that this person isn't here to hurt you, but I feel that the connection poses more confusion, and it might not be something that necessarily needs to move forward. So avoidance, again, this may be the ticket. Okay. So let's see which deck. Can you give me advice for Gemini? Advice for Gemini here. So you have the Queen of Swords coming out here. It's your energy. 6 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. Okay. You also have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck for this. So these three energies, very interesting. The Queen of Swords, this is all about, I hope I didn't say Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords. This is all about basically looking at a situation through honesty, through a lens of honesty, where you're not deluding yourself, where you're not confusing your emotions or your emotional wounding with trying to re-up this connection. It's like really take for face value what was presented to you in the past. You know, be very honest about that, okay? With the Six of Wands, it's about, it can talk about, you know, finding a common ground here with all of this energy that's being presented, being very forward about that, being very honest in the direction that you want to take it, which is to have a sense of communication, making sure everybody here is seen for, you know, what they need to be seen for. But then in the end of it all, you have the Eight of Cups, which is, you know, walking away from something, knowing that this is not something that actually provides you with what you need. It's not emotionally sound. It's not emotionally healthy for you to be part of it. With the High Priestess here, Pisces, Cancer, or I'm sorry, Pisces energy. This is really communicating a lot of growth. This may be quiet growth inside of yourself. It can also talk about being silent, the things that you recognize, like the things that you've learned, the spiritual, you know, growth that you've experienced here. You don't have to explain that to them. It's just something, it's inner knowledge. It's something that you have. It's something that you know, and sometimes it can also talk about just kind of, after communication is had, leaving and letting it go. Letting it go. That's what it feels like, Gemini. Okay. Can you show me for Gemini, please? Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. This will take a toll on your self-esteem, my friend. Okay, if you, and it already has, it feels, but it will take a toll on your self-esteem if you continue to engage in it. This is what we need to safeguard and protect here. Okay. You also have change at the bottom of the deck. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Allow movement. And I feel that them parting ways with you in the past was the movement that you needed to get to where you are now, but it's not good to dip back into it. Okay. Show me for Gemini. Exchanging gifts. Now, when I see this card right now in this experience, I feel that this was a gift. I feel that this energy was an experience. It's not something that anybody would consider as a welcome gift, but the outcome of it was a gift. The experience of it created a very big gift for you, which is to basically crack you open and, you know, create a lot of shift and change in your life and in the way that you feel and think about yourself and how you view others, you know, how you also have picked up on cues and when to leave situations when people don't value you. You know, that's a gift in itself, and that's something that nobody else can teach you other than this person. There's a specific reason why karmic partners are brought together. They're karmic. They're supposed to be together. But, you know, they don't last. It's not a lasting energy. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get a Crystal Wisdom Oracle card, and then we will call this reading good. Okay, so that's coming out. You have Peridot. Peridot. All right, let's go ahead and read Peridot for you. Emotional cleansing. Peridot frees the mind from unwelcome, envious thoughts and night terrors. It is it's transmutative and purifying. Self-understanding. You are deeply emotional and may possessively cling to the past or beat yourself up over mistakes. By nature jealous, you have dark thoughts. Detoxify your emotions. Learn to forgive and let go. Follow your own life plan without judging yourself or being envious of others. You have the power to go through fiery transformation and emerge transformed. Divination. Use energy wisely. Recognize how outside influences operate in your life. Develop your own protection. Learn to rely on your own inner guidance. Peridot indicates farewells and disappointment in love. Avoid jealousy. Be assertive without aggression. You have a powerful destiny and great integrity. Money is earned from your talents. Healing insight. Envy and jealousy harm you as well as hurting others. The frequency is earthy to high. Chakra is heart, solar plexus. Timing is Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Libra, Sagittarius. And the soul path is emotional purification. Yeah, I mean, emotional purification. I think that this is the exact role that this person was supposed to play in your life. And I'm glad for it, you know, and I feel like you have the position, or you are in the position to make some really important decisions here in regard to how you move forward from this. Doesn't mean you have to hate the person, but, you know, bless them. Thank them for what they've taught you. They were the only person that could teach you that, you know. What a 1 in a million occurrence. So, yeah, this is what I have for you guys. I know it's not love and daisies, but hey, you know, better luck next time. And by that, I mean, in the next relationship you're in, you know different things now. You know how to do things differently. Always put yourself first. So, with that being said, I love you guys. I hope everything's well. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to donate to my channel, it greatly helps me in this time of plague and pestilence. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.